I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi guys, it's Deb.
And Laura.
And it's another episode of I Got the Hell Out. And we're just going to jump right on in with our Kool-Aid recipe because it's very easy and it's pretty much the topic of today's episode.
Okay, what is it?
Corona beer.
For the coronavirus.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know y'all probably, we're just getting started on this thing here. Yeah. What?
Oh, just the things I have to say about it, but that's okay.
All I can tell you is it's getting crazy, creepily weird, and I'm not usually creeped out, but, like, people act as, like, a herd animal.
Mm-hmm.
And, as of I started writing this down, more stuff was coming apparent, more stuff. And it all came across from news, like our local news, or other people, my friends, posting a screenshot of the local news or something.
Right.
Okay. But apparently if you have tickets to anything that has over 250 people in attendance, you can get and go.
I know that very well. I was going to see a podcast this Friday and it is canceled, which really sucks because I had front row center seats.
I'm so sorry.
Watch them reschedule it when I'm on vacation.
We'll just really hope that doesn't happen.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Disney announced that they're closing all of their parks and the cruise line.
That is nuts.
That is, yeah. I no longer can go visit my grandma on Thursdays.
Oh, crap, that's right.
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her, but last time something like this happened, they were all restricted to their rooms and their meals were brought to them.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no outside people in and out. My one friend was shocked when she showed up at church today and it was locked and said to visit them online.
Oh my gosh.
Churches are offering that now. Walmart has new hours.
So does Giant Eagle.
That's because, do you see what shirt I'm wearing?
Surrounded by jagoffs.
I'm surrounded by jagoffs. And do you know why I'm surrounded by jagoffs?
Oh, it could be many reasons, but what's this one?
Thanks to the media, people hoarding shit. My heart is breaking. Like, later on I'm gonna share a homemade baby formula for, because there's nothing on the shelves. We're gonna get into that in a minute too. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you hear about that guy that has 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer?
Yes, because him and his brother heard about it 2 weeks ago, decided to jump on the bandwagon, drove through very rural parts of the state that they were in, loading up Dollar Generals everywhere they could by the pallet, and started price gouging.
I love how eBay and Amazon shut them down.
Yeah, now they're stuck with 17,000.
I love it.
I hope they donate it.
I love it.
I really hope they start donating it.
I can't imagine that. I just can't imagine them doing something good.
I don't know.
I hope I'm wrong.
The jails and prisons are now closed. You can no longer go and visit your loved ones, which, yeah. Our schools shut down this past Friday, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Thursday or Friday.
I have a lot of friends from the cult that are posting that, hey, they're in, Indiana's schools are all closed and these schools are all closed, okay? The reason that I'm wearing this shirt is because of the people that are just going willy-nilly and taking everything.
Like you need 5,000 rolls of toilet paper?
Yeah. Okay, now... I took Grandma shopping on Thursday and told her that, the parking lots were kind of packed and, I had been hearing some things and it was a nice day out and she wanted to go. So we went to the local Shop and Save, and there was probably 12 packages of toilet paper left, and that was it.
Wow.
There was assorted other things they were running low on, but people weren't actually going crazy. And they had not only the bottled water on the shelves, but they had it on the floor, like pallets of it. That was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. I stopped at a friend's house and they informed me, and the other person hanging out there, that one had one roll of toilet paper and one had 2 rolls of toilet paper. In my head, I'm going, how do you people not have toilet paper?
How do you not stock up? I'm not stock up like ridiculous wise, but
You don't get down to your last roll before you buy toilet paper. Come
right.
on. Okay, so and Kathy's blind. So this shopping trip was kind of different. We go up and down the aisles and I call out everything that I see. That way, because she can't obviously write a list.
Right.
Okay. And she's usually really good and she's through the aisles and stuff. But the things that were missing, like the canned fruit, the canned soup, no ramen noodles left, very little milk, very little eggs.
Bread. The bread this morning at Giant Eagle was completely gone.
But I bet you there were bagels.
You know
I'm
what?
betting you there were bagels because farther into this story, me and Brother Bob went to the West Virginia Walmart the other night. So
And there were bagels.
there was plenty of other kinds of bread products.
But not just regular bread.
Right, regular bread was gone. And that's like shopping with Kathy. We go down the snack aisle and every brand, every type, every flavor, every kind of potato chip is gone. But the Doritos, the Fritos, the Cheetos, pretzels, cheese balls really didn't look touched. Some in the
That's weird.
in the Walmart in West Virginia, I showed you a picture that there was only a few of the ice cream cakes left. So apparently during the apocalypse, not only do you need toilet paper, but you
potato
need
chips.
potato chips and ice cream cake. So are we all having a party? But I took Kathy to the Walmart because she's better suited for what she needs to get from Walmart. And she always gets a lot of Band-Aids, nasal sprays, lotions, and things. And we happened to go past the cold and flu aisle. It was decimated. We went down the pain relief aisle. There was 2 bottles of ibuprofen left. And this woman scurried in front of me. I wasn't
grabbed
even,
them.
and snatched them both. Okay? And I just looked at her because I don't need ibuprofen. I'm helping my friend shop, right? Well, we get to the bottled water, and I'm thinking, I got a half a case, but they only had a half a pallet left. So I'm like, psh, my son drinks it, I drink it. So I grabbed 2 cases. And so we finished shopping for Kathy, and there's a lot of empty spaces. And I'm just thinking, wow, dog food was kind of decimated, cat food. Anyway, some things weren't really bad. So we get up to the counter and we're not in a big hurry. And the lady in front of us has 2 huge ass baskets. And of course, we start talking to her. Okay. I did take a picture of the empty toilet paper aisle, and there was this poor older woman and her husband, and they looked to be in tears. And they had just gotten their checks.
Oh, no.
So the people who have to wait sometimes, okay,
Totally screwed.
we're totally screwed.
Oh, no.
So as I'm standing talking to this woman who's unloading these 2 oh my god size shopping carts, which she had to tell me there's 6 people living in her house, like she had to justify having that much stuff. Okay. Yeah, I see this woman and her husband's got his arm like around her protectively, and she's clutching a 20-pack of Scott tissue, and she looks terrified. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
And I looked up and she says, they just rolled out a pallet of toilet paper back there. And Kathy looks at me and she says, Deb, I really don't have a lot left. Can you get me some? And I'm thinking of my 2 dumbass friends who down to, 3 rolls between the 2 of them, you know. And the lady that's in front of me is like, can you grab me some too? So I'm like, I'll get as much as I can. Okay. So I take off trucking through Walmart, and to anybody that was there that witnessed me in Heidelberg, I am so totally sorry, honestly. The bottled water by this time is all gone. The milk is gone. We've been in there for an hour and a half. It takes a really long time to shop. And, it hits you. People are like eyeballing your cases of water, and you're kind of like, well, she has 2 of them and I don't have any. But I get back there, and there's this scared dude who's my age or older, trying to pass out either a 20 pack of toilet paper per person or 4 packs of Charmin. Which would you choose?
I'll take the Charmin.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
So I get this toilet paper, and, I'm thinking of my friends, and I'm thinking of Kathy. And I'm like, well, 20 rolls between 3 people. I don't know. So I said, can I have one for my blind friend? Okay. So, of course, I can't really take any more for the lady in front of me, right? So I tuck a 20 pack under each arm, and I start jogging through Heidelberg Walmart. And I didn't think of it until later, but like people's jaws were dropping, and I could just imagine seeing me jogging through Walmart with 40 rolls of toilet paper, 20 under each arm, and I probably like incited more of panic buying at that point. There were no carts left. There were 30 or 40 people circling to get a parking space.
Gosh.
Yeah. You know what scares me?
What?
I wasn't really worried about this, but they announced on the news that certain counties, the state, we have to buy our liquor at the state store. They're closing the state stores. Okay?
Wow.
Another friend of mine says it ain't long until it comes to, PA here. And I was like, oh, I ain't really worried about that, because, I don't really drink liquor. And another friend chimed in and went, it's only a matter of time till the beer distributors are closed, too.
What will you do?
I think I'm leaving here and stopping at the Carnegie Beer Distributor.
Putting a case under each arm like that toilet paper.
Well, yeah. What's crazy is I threw it out there in the ex-members group on Facebook. Okay, that's where we're heading to next. Okay. I threw it out there. Anybody else feel like the cult somewhat, quote unquote, prepared us for all this bullshit? My house is always completely stocked, and I really could survive for several weeks. The only thing I had to run out and stock up on was a few cases of beer. Okay. And there were a lot of comments on this. Nicole, she was just saying to her husband the other day that their pantry is always completely stocked. And people like at work were shocked to find out that like I specifically keep like a 5 or 10 pound bag of rice, a box of packets of evaporated milk. I keep noodles. I keep not a large amount, but packs of tuna, packs of canned chicken. How could you not have this stuff in your house?
Like your basic staples?
Right. I mean, a 5 pound bag of rice will go a long way, especially with all them condiments. You ain't got nothing else to put it on. Throw a squirt of honey mustard in there. Squirt a little ketchup in there. Give that baby some flavor, right? But everybody was just like agreeing that, ex-member Mary says, yeah, life lessons learned. But what's up with all that toilet paper? Okay.
I'm telling you.
And our friend in Australia last week, I talked to her a lot after work on Sunday nights. It's her morning, my evening. Right. She drinks mimosas. I drink beer. Yay! Cheers, girl. She asked me to ask the Americans to stop buying up all the toilet paper because it caused an epidemic in Australia and they can't get any. And then here it is 3 days later, and I'm standing next to empty store shelves, going, "Where's all the fucking toilet paper?" Okay. Another ex-member says, cult life has always taught me to keep non-perishable stocked and to buy extra, so that although I didn't need it, I got some just in case. Now you can't find toilet paper anywhere in Michigan, and the food is starting to disappear too. Okay. This is where I tell her about me and brother Bob, for shits and giggles, decided to take a drive to the Walmart in West Virginia because we just wanted to see. Mm-hmm. The parking lot was half empty. Everything was orderly. They were out of a lot of stuff. And I started writing it down, but then I got tired of writing it down. But completely out of bacon and sausage. Okay?
Priorities.
Completely out of frozen and fresh chicken of any kind.
Okay.
There was some red meat to choose from, but I'd say about 2/3 of it was gone. Okay. Out of all of the produce, the potatoes were gone.
Okay.
Everything else was kind of there. Um, it was just weird what was gone.
From different areas.
And then you go over and you look at where all the hand sanitizer, wipes, and all this stuff should be.
Right.
And it's cleaned out. And then you turn around and you look in the other direction, and there's a ton of bar soap, shampoo, body wash. I mean,
hands.
are these skanky mofos just slathering themselves in, hand sanitizer and forgetting, daily showers help people? I'm laughing now, but yeah. The thing was that when I was leaving Walmart, there wasn't a lot left in Heidelberg, and
What?
like the soups.
Oh.
And other people have been witnessing. People just my friend Kristen went to Robinson Walmart and was witnessing like there was almost no food left. People were just running through there and taking their arm and whatever soup was on the shelf in the cart. I guess whatever snack food was there. I guess we're eating this thing we never heard of in this cruddy ass jalapeno flavor.
Lord.
Yeah. Let's see. Another ex-member said that she told her husband last night that the toilet paper was filling in any cracks in the rooms, the floors, the walls, and around the windows to keep the viruses out. Remember, I told you we had safe houses that were built out of PVC pipe and plastic and duct tape, and they sold them for hundreds of dollars. Okay.
PVC pipe. Oh my God.
PVC. I guess that was their favorite thing to work with and sell. I mean, PVC pipe is cheap.
That's what the cancer thing was made out of.
Yes.
Right? The cancer machine.
Yes. Oh, and it had a small bit of copper. Now, on the same ex-members survivors page, there is a BS, and I'm just going by initials. Mm-hmm. Says, has anyone up to date on what the cult is doing in response to COVID-19? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, when I got here, I made you watch a little ditty of a viddy.
Yeah, you did. I hate when you say, you got to watch this. Because it's like minutes of my life I'll never get back.
But you have to admit, this one was semi-interesting.
It was humorous.
Now, it opened up with this little tiny girl that you could...
Probably 4.
Couldn't even really understand what was coming out of her mouth.
No, it was just gibberish.
And she kept looking off stage, and they kept, I guess, really telling her what to say. Mm-hmm. And she was normalish looking, had a black head covering on, whatever. But you could tell she had to climb down several steps from the podium to go, and then you could see her walk in that little sliver.
Yep.
And then the girls got progressively older, okay? Now, the next little girl that came up, what was she wearing?
She looked like she was an extra from Little House on the Prairie.
Except...
it was all purple.
A very bad, ugly purple.
It was ugly purple with her, like, Little House on the Prairie dress, her bonnet. Yeah.
It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It was like Little House
creepy.
on the Prairie meets some creepy, crazy, scary movie. Mm-hmm. Okay. Remember the hooded woman from last week?
Yes. That's what it reminded me of. It was just... yeah, it was creepy.
Okay. Now, I made you watch through 2 of those little girls who basically came up and gave 30 seconds, a minute of not even knowing what they were saying.
Yeah.
And they had to keep getting prompted. And then this next little girl comes up, and she has, and the bonneted children had face masks on.
Right.
The next little girl that comes up, she just looked like your daughter would have looked at that age, like maybe 9, 10-ish. Because they get progressively older, okay? Which is creepy in itself. Mm-hmm. And I make you watch like 3 minutes of this as she gets up there and giddily tells everybody who she is and why she's there. And she shows this picture that she drew of somebody who was fearful. Mm-hmm. And it says, "Ah!" across it. And then she holds up a picture of a spider and says, "We've all been there," right?
Mm-hmm. We're afraid of spiders.
That was kind of weird in itself. So she must have been going into fear and, don't fear what's going on in the world. Because I didn't make you watch any more of that
Oh,
creepy
thank
ass
you.
shit. So then all I did was skip like every few minutes, and you could see the age progression of the women, and some of them had crazy ass bonnets, some of them had head coverings, some wore gloves, some wore masks. It was just kind of creepy crazy at the amount of women that they were parading across the stage. And then we got to the video I made you watch like 5
And you
minutes
said
of.
you know her.
I know her. Her and her husband were the ones that sold the reverse osmosis water.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Well, I have to leave something for the show.
Oh my God, they did.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
She was a nice enough woman, but she was very meek. You know, the type of person that just you could tell they just want to keep to themselves. They really don't care if they have friends or not. Just give me your money, leave me alone, goodbye. When you
Gotcha.
try and make small talk or something. So I was really surprised to see this woman on stage to begin with. So she'd been there a long ass time, since '96.
Wow.
Okay. Now, back since the time has always been that the world is ending, okay?
Yep, every 3 years, right?
I have 3.5.
Every 3.5. Sorry.
We only have 3.5 years left. 3.5 years left. Okay. I'm sure you know the product Emergency. When that product first came out, guess who was selling it to everybody in the cult?
That lady?
No.
Little Man?
No, Little Man was promoting
This
it
is it. Oh, God.
in his health food store. We were all supposed to eat 2 packets of this every day, and it was like,
Oh, good Lord.
it was like 50 cents a pack. That's a lot of money.
If you have a big family, too.
Anyway, I made you watch about 5 minutes of this like over 2.5 hour video. Okay. I have no idea how many women came after this woman. I don't know if any men came after her. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, what do you remember about this woman speaking? I mean,
Oh, she was talking about how to boost your immune system.
okay, here's another thing. Going through both of the Walmarts and the Shop and Save. Why is nobody cleaning out the vitamins and supplements?
That's
Seriously.
a very good question.
I made a point to actually look at that stuff and go, this stuff doesn't even seem touched. You know, everybody's grabbing. And plumbers are going to be loving everybody in a couple of weeks because they're going to be making a shit ton of money off you dumbasses who are going to start flushing whatever you can find to wipe your asses with, is all I can tell you. What do you remember about her? The thing she had about boosting your immune.
Well, the first thing she said, and what do I have here? That's right, it's garlic. And she held up a thing of garlic.
Garlic is their magic antidote, remember? Garlic tampons.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
Then the next one was an onion.
Yes, because they're very big on onions also.
And she kept saying that she loves onions so much, she eats them raw all the time.
Yes.
And the way she was talking about it sounds like she just eats it like a damn apple.
Probably. Now, you probably don't remember. She says it's also you chop them up very finely, stick them in plastic bags, and sleep with them on your feet.
That's right. That she did say that. You stick them in your socks, apparently, or something.
You put your feet in a plastic bag with chopped up onions, put socks on, and go to bed.
Could you even imagine?
Can you imagine walking around your breath?
Oh, God.
Your breath doesn't stink of onions the next day, but people are wondering where the onion reek is coming
That's for
from.
your damn feet. Oh, God, that's so gross. Let's see. Then she went on to the essential oils.
Oh, got it. Yep. Okay.
Essential oils.
And this is where she pulled out the pack of Emergency.
Yes. And she started flinging it around.
Yes. So they have been pushing this Emergency shit since
I
forever.
wonder if he's getting a cut from it.
They probably buy it by the pallet full. I mean, the more you buy, the more of a price cut you get.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's making a buck off that.
He makes a buck off of everything. I'm telling you, the bookmark that you couldn't believe there was a 10-cent
Friggin'
price
10
tag.
cents.
They couldn't even give us a bookmark. Okay, and they probably paid a penny, 2 cents a piece.
Not even.
Okay, not even. So yeah, keep going. Now after After she
oh,
sells
God.
us on ascorbic acid,
Okay.
and you cannot take too much of it. So Laura, as a
That's right.
pharmacist, can you take too much vitamin C?
Not really.
Doesn't it make
You're
you
gonna
like
pee it
shit your
out.
brains out?
Well, if you take too much, you might get the runs. But
See,
like,
that's why
really,
people are stocking up. But see, they're not stocking up on the vitamin C to go with the toilet paper.
No.
That don't make
No,
sense.
No. But it's not like some other vitamins that could really do damage that build up. So you're basically just going to pee it out.
Okay. Now, the next thing that she mentioned made me realize why this woman was very not wanting friends. What did she do for spare time, in her spare time, and for fun? And anybody can do it.
Oh, is this when she made her own face mask?
No.
What was after? What was
Sprouting.
Oh, God, yeah. What the hell is sprouting? I don't even know what that is.
You know, you go to the grocery store and like in the fresh herbs and
You
vegetables.
talking about like alfalfa sprouts?
Sprouts, yeah.
You make your own sprouts?
Yeah.
What the hell would you do that for?
So you don't have to go to the grocery store and buy them. You buy packs of
jeez.
seeds. Now, what was her favorite flavor?
Radish.
Why?
Oh, what the hell did she say about radishes? Because it has like
They
lots
were
of-
spicy.
That's right.
And that's how she said it too. They were spicy.
Oh my God.
But yeah, you're supposed to be eating your sprouts.
Okay.
And anybody with a glass and a screen in a dark place and some water can do it.
Because she did say you don't need light.
No, you can do it. You do it in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And you can recycle your sprout water.
Oh God, she did say that.
Now, why would you recycle such a tiny bit of water? Wouldn't you like
Why
water?
would you sprout?
Because you're probably told to. Okay. Now, you did mention the toilet paper mask.
No, paper towel.
Paper towel.
Paper towel mask. And she said you kind of like fold it like an accordion type thing.
And you
then
use rubber bands.
And you use rubber bands and you can wear it.
Yes, instead of those fancy ones that they can't get anymore. What is your opinion on this as a pharmacist, Laura? Rubber bands and a paper towel across your face. You're just rolling your eyes and laughing.
Then she went on to using a linen one. Or was there something before that?
No, you are correct. I totally forgot to write that down. She made a linen one. Okay.
And she was talking about handkerchiefs. And she said that there might be a run on them, so go out and buy your handkerchief.
Well, she pulled her little handy dandy handkerchief
Then
out.
she irons. Remember she said she irons
Yes,
them.
she irons
Good
them.
Lord.
And well, she was talking about using the handkerchiefs as makeshift toilet paper that you can reuse.
So you're going to wash a shitty handkerchief.
And rewipe your ass. And that's why she says you better get your handkerchiefs before there's a run on them.
I'm just picturing a washing machine.
Now, okay. Now, granted, when I did cloth diapers with my first child, because I had to, I had the diaper pail next to the washing machine, and it had bleach water in it. Okay? You take the cloth diaper off. It has a liner. If anything's pooped in it, you take the liner out and throw the poopies away, and you toss it into the thing. Well, Kenny got the bright idea to save more money and told me to make my own baby wipes. Okay.
Okay.
So I just went and I bought a couple, like a yard or 2 yards of some really soft, fabric-y stuff. Not fuzzy, but, not cotton for crying out loud. And then you just use the old baby wipes container that you finally look at and think, those were only $1 and I can't buy them anymore because I'm in a fucking cult. As you lovingly take the ones that you have washed out of the dryer, lay them flat, put them in the old plastic baby wipe container, and you fill it with your solution. It's a couple cups of water, a little bit of the baby, like a capful of the soap, you wash the kid with, and some baby oil, and you mix it all up, and you pour it over the cloths, and voila, reusable baby wipes. Look at you shaking your head looking at me. What?
That is just insane.
They actually sell pads for women these days that are reusable. You take them home, and you wash them and reuse them.
Alrighty.
I don't know.
I just the fact that, like, he couldn't spend $1 on baby wipes.
No.
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, yeah, so this woman is telling people to turn handkerchiefs into toilet paper. I foresee a lot of septics backing up there when children don't understand the concept
they
of we
flash-
don't flush this.
You don't flush the handkerchief.
Excuse me. Okay. And she got on to minerals. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did she have to say about minerals?
What did she? Why can I not remember what she said about minerals?
Because she didn't say a whole hell of a lot because she was holding
Okay,
up
maybe that's why.
the nuclear preparedness book.
Oh, that was it. That's right.
Because they still got to go through that bullshit. That's still coming, brethren. Yeah, after we get through, the
Get through the
typhoid of
coronavirus,
this,
yeah.
we got to live through the nuclear war next. Okay? Now, what were two of the most needed things in order to make the minerals work in your body?
Oh God, molasses.
Yes.
And whey. I can't believe I remembered that.
Molasses and whey. They're supposed to be eating this daily. I guess from the soured milk.
Molasses.
And whey. Like that.
Oh, people.
What?
Just shaking my head. That's all.
Okay. I like molasses cookies. They're good.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't like it. I just don't,
And what's crazy was way back when they started implementing that we needed to do all these supplements, take all this
Right.
stuff. And they're still shoveling the same garbage at everybody all these years later. And it was crazy because my ex-mother-in-law came up with these, they were called everything cookies. And she figured out a way to put all of this nasty ass crap you were supposed to be putting into your body every day. And they made these little nasty ass lump hard biscuits like the size of a tassie. And they were gross. And they were hard. But hey, you got all your supplements. You got your spirulina and your
Oh my gosh.
algae and your propolis and honey and all kinds of crap, right? Mm-hmm. They were nasty though.
They don't sound like
they were not good. And then it came over the pulpit that you couldn't cook with honey or royal jelly because it destroys, I guess, the magical properties of it.
Oh, so you could only have it raw with the magical properties.
Right. I looked for it. I think it's in the other book, but I'm not gonna riffle through and see if I have it. But it was a cure-all. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you need to take a break?
No, I'm good. Sammy just landed. Because why? Because she had to come home because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, I think they pretty much put the world on hold at this point. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, I get that they don't want it spreading, so they need to limit exposure to people. But I don't know. The whole panic thing just drives me insane.
Yeah,
The panic
panicking is not
just-
good. I can't find it.
What are you looking for?
It was a recipe for a cure-all, for, whatever ails you in the cult. But it had horseradish in it. It had...
Like clear out your sinuses.
It had a bunch of stuff in it. And you're supposed to make it by the light of the moon and all kinds of other weird-ass crap, I'm guessing. I don't know. So, yeah, your daughter's home now?
Oh, she just landed in Atlanta. So, yeah, she's going to be... Which I can't wait to hear what they actually did at the airport. Like, was there any screaming? Like, because she's coming in from
Screaming?
Spain.
There would be a lot of screaming.
Screaming.
There would be a lot of screaming.
Because I would imagine they have to... I mean, she's coming from Spain. I would imagine they have to do some kind of... They're just not going to let them waltz right in, I wouldn't think. But who knows? Maybe they are.
It's the TSA. They do what they want. They're a magical, mystical breed. What can I say? What?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that recipe. I know I pulled it out and now I can't find it. Oh, well.
You're not going to be able to find it.
Because I'm a dumbass. Okay. What? Okay. We're back.
Okay, where are we headed to?
Okay, we are going to go to, I posted this picture last week about ordination time. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I was going to read some of the comments on those. I asked an ex-member if she got to go across the stage, and she said, yeah, she did, and she remembered it was always such a big deal. I mean, it was the last part of the feast.
Okay.
You're
getting ordained.
Right.
As what, like a deacon, deaconess, or
deaconess,
what else?
and then the last part
elders.
is when everybody sits there and I swear it was like 5 or 10 minutes, you know, the kind where the tension is building.
Right.
Everybody is just wanting to know who the new elders are. Okay.
Oh, so the elders have no idea ahead of time?
No.
Oh, so it's a complete surprise.
Yes.
Is it a surprise for deacon and deaconess too, or no?
It used to be, yeah.
Oh, so you had no clue. They just call your name out.
Pretty much.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. You get to go up there and take your walk across the
So
stage.
everyone's just dying to know if they made elder.
Well, Kenny would wear his best suit.
Just in case.
Yeah, and you know, the tally, I had to iron all his shit to make sure it was, you know, perfect. He'd be up there early. You know, it was the last great day, and it was the, you know, the blessing of the children, people getting betrothed, married. But yeah, but it was like the last thing was, who are the elders going to be? And then I don't know who pissed off who the one year, but it was announced. They just came out and announced, God has decided no elders shall be named. And you should have heard that was
I bet.
through the whole congregation. And like Kenny looked like he'd been punched in the gut. Okay, has to wait a whole another 6 months, a whole another feast. Yeah.
Now, how many do they normally pick, or did it vary?
It just varied.
Okay.
It could be anywhere from 1, 5, just depending on how many God wanted in, you know,
Okay.
in there. Ex-member says, I lost count of how many times they tried to perform an exorcism on me because I just wouldn't submit to authority. I remember them telling my dad that he would have a hard time marrying me off because I was very mouth-off and not submissive. Had an interested male tell me the same thing. My response to him, good, and you can fuck off. She says there the best part, she says I'm right, the best part of there was ruffling all the feathers.
Oh, yeah.
Because what else are you going to do for fun? I mean, passive aggressive shit. Ex-child member, he says they performed an exorcism on him as well. I remember during the middle of it, after my hair felt like it was getting pulled out, the second elder who was looking at me from the corner of a room that I was in the center of with two elders praying over me screamed, "It's attacking him! Kill it! Kill it!"
Ew.
Oh, watching exorcisms was very interesting.
Oh, my God. Did they do the same thing all the time, or did that vary?
It kind of varied because, like, my sister-in-law kind of got baptized the same time I did. Because remember, I had to get baptized and betrothed and married
right.
and blah, 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 blah. And none of it was legal, so I didn't really give a flying fuck at the time, okay? But I do remember them, because the last thing you did to become a full-fledged member after you jumped through all these hoops and did all this shit, you're sitting there still with your hair dripping and you've been baptized, and the two elders will come out and they lay their hands on you, and if you have demons in you, that's when they can tell.
Oh.
Okay. I'm betting I'm wishing. See, they never performed an exorcism on me. Again, I'm pissed. But why did I not get this experience? Okay.
Oh, I so wish you would have.
Well, my one friend told me that they were performing an exorcism on her at the request of her husband because she was mouthy and unsubmissive and
Oh, so it was the devil making her mouthy.
I don't know, and she says, and looking back, she has no idea why she sat there and even let the elders put hands on her to begin with. But it was sort of the same thing because there were other people in the room watching, and if I'm laying my hands on you and I'm putting one here and I'm putting like the other one on your back. Sorry, I got close to the microphone. Apparently what was happening is they were like pulling people's hair, like trying to like slide it, and you know, it makes your head lift up.
Yeah.
And it would look like your throat is trying to
Oh, jeez.
And my friend also told me that the elders that had the hands on the fronts, they were sort of being creepy about it, but it was slid up enough that it was hitting and touching her throat, in which she's, you know, if somebody's pushing on your throat, you're going to start coughing,
Right.
you're going to start gasping for air.
Right.
And if somebody's pulling on your hair, those things combined is going to look like you belong in the movie The Exorcist, okay? But they're not the only ones I've heard from that it was like dirty tactics were used to make it appear like demons were coming out of
Right.
people. Now, my ex sister in law, they did something similar to her with the hair and the hands on the neck. But to this day, she swears she felt like she threw up three demons. Okay. Now, maybe that's her story and she's sticking to it. Maybe the cult could cast out demons and she was full of demons. I don't know. But out of anybody there, don't you think they should have cast the demons out of me?
Out of all the people there, you would think.
You would think. I was really sorry that, he went through that, being choked, hair pulled. It just is, it's crazy. He said it wasn't really a bad experience. He just remembers feeling like nothing was actually happening because when you're casting demons out, nothing really kind of happens.
Right.
This one's interesting. The year I was ordained a deaconess, I was accused a few days later of knowing I was going to be ordained. Apparently, I had some superpower I didn't know about.
Oh my gosh.
I told her that's because she was one of Satan's sisters back then, and she didn't even know it.
God. So she knew ahead of time.
She was accused of knowing ahead of time.
Now, how did they know that she supposedly knew?
I have no idea.
God.
But I mean, can you imagine your counselor walking up to you and going, you knew you were going to be ordained a deaconess. How did you know that? Maybe they were going to plan on her, accusing her of witchcraft or something.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That seems like something that they would do down there. Is the whole like Salem witch trial type things.
I don't know. They're wearing fugly Little House on the Prairie purple ass. That color purple couldn't be any uglier.
But couldn't you picture them like saying,
Pimp-
you're a witch?
Pimp purple's even prettier. Come on. Oh, this one's a good one. And this is, I don't know if he's one of Lil Man's real sons or his stepsons. Okay. He says, shit, the feast I got ordained deacon, not only did I not pay second tithes beforehand, I didn't even pay first. I needed no other proof that the whole thing was bullshit. So, and he got ordained back in 93. I might have seen that, but I wasn't friends with his wife and stuff back then. Ex-member Jay, she says, she was sad she never made deaconess, and I told her to be happy. All they would have done was give me more work and responsibilities. And she said, they had me speaking for every damn thing they could make me, and I was the only non-elder child in the yeshiva school.
Oh, wow.
Probably because her parents had money. They probably paid dearly to have her in that school. Ex-child member Gary says, I was only 13 when I made deacon.
What?
Passover of 93, which was pretty much unheard of back then. Now I bet all a little man's bastard children are deacons at 10.
How did he make it at 13? Like, what was the reasoning for that, I wonder?
Someone who just left just informed us that all of little man's bastardized children make deacon at 10.
What the hell do you know when you're 10?
Everything that they've just fed into your brain when you're not leaving the compound. And God this, and you are a servant to God, and you are a God, and these people worship you.
Lord.
I can't figure out the reasoning of parading all these tiny little girls and getting progressively older. I'll have to watch that, well, not watch, but skim through the end of that video to see if men ever show up in it. Yeah, that was a lot on making deacon, deaconess, and elder. Okay, where are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, somebody said, "Hey Mel, you need to make stickers for your Facebook page, the Cult Recovery and Support,
Oh,
because they'll plaster them fuckers everywhere too.
okay.
So, yeah, just be responsible, people. Where you put your stickers, okay?
And what are you implying?
I ain't implying a damn thing. I left all my snacks in the car so that I wouldn't, be eating them.
Like munching into the microphone?
Yeah. And by the way, there are no more white tallits.
Why is that?
Because I posted a picture today of my youngest son at the Blessing of the Children.
Wait, which one's the tallit again?
The Superman cape the men wear.
Oh, that's okay.
And it has the little things tied on the end with the blue and white strings.
And those are the zeets, right?
Yeah, TZI.
Cheesy, whatever.
Yeah.
But the talit is the actual cape thingy.
Yeah, the cape thingy.
Okay.
Now, somebody made comment about everybody where all the talites were now purple. Because, yeah, you have to keep buying different colors. Every year it's a different color.
There's a shocker.
And I don't even think you could, I mean, can you re-dye linen? Can you get the old dye out of it enough to make it a new
I
color?
don't think you can get the... You might be able to dye it darker.
Than the
You're not
ugly,
gonna be-
fugly purple that they've got?
The only thing you're going to go from there is like dyeing it black.
You know what? Maybe they dyed the ugly, fugly pimp mustard yellow into the purple. That's why
And
it's
that's why
so
it turned
dark.
out-
And why it looks so foul.
Who knows?
Because I'm sure they're left with a lot of leftover shit that people ain't buying in the wrong color. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Well, maybe it's like, at Walmart, at the end of the year, clearance, you ain't going to be wearing this for a whole year, so we'll give it to you for $1.
Right.
Maybe they sell off the oddball colors that they don't really wear in services anymore as practice garments. One you can give to a friend or family member.
I can't picture them marking anything down.
Hell no.
There's no way they're going to put stuff on sale.
Again, maybe that's why the purple linen is so ugly, because they're dyeing over one of the other colors, like a yellow.
That could be.
I
Who knows with these people?
Oh gosh, shall we go off the pending posts?
Sure.
Okie doke. Pending posts. Okay, look, there's Mel and her husband Mike.
Oh, that's a cute picture.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
She says, I'm glad we brought our shirts on vacation. It worked out well. Cutting our vacation short 3 days due to current events. Thought it was fitting to wear these home. Getting the hell out of Houston.
Oh my God, that's great.
Isn't that though? So I will approve that. Anybody who gets the shirts, anything I send you, send me a picture. This is from Chris S., our representative in West Virginia, who's very helpful and talkative and all kinds of stuff. And it says, all joking aside, for those of you who are worried about quarantining during this, whatever you want to call it, okay, in a home where you do not feel safe, live help is available from the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 24/7, 365. And their phone number is 1-800-799-7233. I'm going to approve this. I follow a page on Facebook called Planting Peace and Equality House. Equality House is in Topeka, Kansas. It's right across the street from the Westboro Church, as a matter of fact.
Oh, geez.
I find their posts hysterical because they post a lot of what the hateful signs of the Westboro is, basically aimed at them.
I can only imagine what they say.
But right now, they have some extra room. They own 2 of the houses across the street from Westboro, and they have some extra room for anybody who feels that, whether they have the virus and want to, isolate, or if you're compromised. They said they spent a long time in a homeless shelter, and times like this is when it just rampantly runs through prisons, homeless shelters, places basically where no one cares about the human race. Back to, if you're hoarding shit, think about, some elderly people around you who might actually like a roll of toilet paper, a gallon. There was no bleach.
Or, like you said, people that had to wait until they got their checks.
Yes. Yeah.
That would have liked to have gone shopping, but couldn't.
This panic buying is done by the people who can afford to do it. I'm afraid this might just slightly throw us into a recession in a couple of weeks. Who knows? Come on, people. Learn something from Deb and the cult. Keep enough shit in your pantry that you can survive for a couple of weeks. Come on. A 5-pound bag of rice is only like, what, $4? And it lasts forever. Okay. Okay. Thank you to everybody who gave us our memes. I forgot to share this one with you. It's a bunch of little old Mormon ladies, and it says, "My buttermilk brings all the Isaiahs to the yard, and they're like, it's superior to thine." I don't know if this is real or not. Find the man, find the flavor, win instantly. Kool-Aid mystery flavor sweepstakes and instant win game. Okay. So, guys, click on this one at your own risk. But it does come from a Tara L. So, I don't think she'd give us anything that was really bad. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's see here. Do you have anything to add to any of this stuff?
Well, there is from, let's see, I went to their blog, which is like one of my favorite things to do. This is from, it's a Sabbath review from the 12th of the Donkeys.
This is the one I made you watch.
The 12th of the Donkeys?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one I made you watch because that was their services last week.
Right. This is, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is no.
But today's, anyway.
No,
the 12th month.
That's the 12th month. Yeah, not the 12th of the month.
Anyway, this was their latest service.
Yeah.
Okay, that you'll never get that time back. But hey, you know how to make a paper towel emergency mask.
That I do. That I do.
So what do they have to say on their Oh Wonderful blog?
Okay, well, Little Man says to consider the meaning of the word corona. It means crown.
Yes, I had that discussion with my son today.
It's a circular chandelier hanging from the church ceiling, ring of colored light, luminous body around the sun, wreaths on doors.
It's also beer in our Kool-Aid recipe this week.
There you go. Little Man forgot to mention that.
He didn't listen to this episode yet. Maybe he can add it in later. Okay.
Oh, so then it goes again to the word crown means wreath. To turn, bend, sign, garland worn on the head is a sign of victory. Headdress often of gold and jewels, worn as an emblem of sovereignty, showing power, dominion, or a head of state.
Okay.
Then the word noisome, Noisome.
Is that like being annoying?
I have noisy.
Maybe it's
Well, according to them, it means injurious.
okay, according to them.
And they made a point to to say that.
Okay.
From Revelations, they're talking about speaking of this time period, wanting to be like the first beast that came out of the sea of people.
The sea of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back into Revelation, talking again about showing that the Roman Catholic Church, their power comes from Satan.
That's one of their, yeah. Okay.
Then it's pretty much just talking more about the wreaths and crown and corona and all that kind of good stuff. So I guess they feel the need to let you know what corona means.
Okay.
I'm surprised they don't have anything in there about like the immune system that lady was talking about.
I don't know, but they're doing a lot of backtracking and telling you to go back and read certain of Little Man's books.
Oh, because he's predicting it, I bet, right?
Well, it was predicted, okay? But those of us who are ex-members and know all of his sermons way back when all of this bullcrap started, it was for whatever was going on at the time, whether it was SARS, whether it was the NIH one.
You can make it fit. You can make it fit to whatever's going on.
Right. So, and that lady did mention that once they survive this bullshit, they have to look forward to the nuclear war.
That's right.
And she seemed happy about it.
So you're going to make it out of this only to, quote, look forward to.
Okay, I don't wish harm on anyone. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's the but? I hear a but coming.
There is no but. Because I don't wish harm on anybody. But
See, I knew it.
Their Passover starts April 8th. Okay.
Wonder if they're going to have it or wonder if it's canceled.
Is Little Man going to cancel Passover?
I was joking. Could you imagine?
Because remember, this is one of the most important ones. There are probably going to be classes on how to make all kinds of shit.
And God's going to tell him he needs to have Passover. He's
because
going to get a message.
It's the protected place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't say wouldn't it be funny, but can you imagine if the entire camp came down with it?
Well, then you know what? Little Man would give some kind of reasoning of why they came down with it, and
It would be my fault. I'm Satan.
your fault.
Yeah.
Why would it be your fault?
Because apparently I'm 5'4" and $110 soaking wet, but apparently I frighten a lot of people in life for some reason. Okay. All I can tell you is the guy who is using this term as loose as it can be, handyman that works where I work. He like I screamed at him the one day, and he like kept backed away from me like Homer Simpson into the bushes. Yeah. But I guess I'm a threat. Okay. I like I said, I've been talking to my younger son a lot, and he was kind of pissed off early in his career there when he went back. You know why?
Why?
Because he wasn't going to go back to school. He was working with an older gentleman, and they were working outside, and they were, doing maintenance and things on the property and mowing stuff and trimming stuff. And that's how he spent his day serving God, right?
Right.
Well, as it turned out, little man felt that I was a threat to them, and my son could no longer do the job he liked. Because if he would have gotten hurt somehow on their property during school time and he's not enrolled in school,
Gotcha.
What
the hell's he doing out of school?
What the hell is he doing? Somebody running a backhoe and they took half his leg off.
Right.
So yeah, I guess they were even threatened from me back then. Kudos, little man. You knew I was dangerous back then, and I didn't even know it.
And there was no exorcism yet.
No.
I just don't understand that.
I'm not really understanding it either. But, yeah. I don't know. Shall we move on?
I think you need to go back down for an exorcism.
Oh, God. Even the thought of that just makes my blood run cold. I do wish I would have had Alka-Seltzers in my pocket, though, whenever they baptized me. That would have been funny. Can you imagine it? Mouthful of chewed Oreo and Alka-Seltzer coming out of your mouth. You come up out of the water.
I could definitely see you doing that.
I wish I could. Guess what we have this week?
What?
We got a bread sack.
Oh, right.
Okay.
What's it say?
Salvation is offered again in end days! Exclamation point.
Oh, of course they have to bring end days into it.
Well, of course. The corona is going to be the thing that kills us now. Well, no, nuclear.
No, nuclear war.
After that, okay. Here are your culty lucky lottery numbers for the week.
Alrighty.
1917, 1962, and that's underlined 3 times, so that must be the really lucky one out of the 3. And your daily number would be 327.
All right.
Anybody in any state, anywhere, if you play and win, let me know. We'll actually thank the cult. Thank you for playing Culty Lotto today.
That's right.
Okay. And it just says God is our strength and our song and has become our salvation through little man, our deliverer under Jesus's beholding. That's Isaiah 12 too.
Oh, okay.
If you didn't know that.
Oh, so Isaiah mentioned little man. Who knew?
In their Bibles, I'm sure it does. What? Yeah. By the way, I heard that April Fool's Day is about to be canceled this year because there's so much unbelievable shit going on. You couldn't make up anything worse than the year 2020, for fuck's sake.
And it's only March.
It's only
Honest
March.
to God, it is only March.
Daylight, they messed with our sleep. Friday the 13th, full moon, coronavirus, everything's shut down. Yeah, okay. What else do I have from them? I don't think I have much. Oh, I learned something. Would you like to learn something?
Oh, sure, why not?
You technically only have 2 minutes to live, okay?
Why is that?
But every time you inhale oxygen, it resets the timer.
Oh.
Is that not true?
If it's on the internet, I suppose it is true.
Well, don't you suffocate in 2 minutes?
I thought it'd be less than 2 minutes, but
I don't know, but technically you have 2 minutes to live, but every time you inhale, you reset your timer. I don't know. I just come across weird shit. Okay, now, we all love Ozzy, right?
Mm-hmm.
People gathered in their masses to buy paper for their asses. You know, the memes on this toilet
Oh,
paper
yeah.
and coronavirus are just lit. I must have 50 of these, and
Yeah. Did you see the one with
we're
like,
at an
the
hour
four
already.
horsemen of the apocalypse, and one was like has toilet paper under their arms? Did you
No,
see that one?
no,
That was
but
pretty
I
good.
apologize to anybody who saw me jogging through Walmart holding 40 rolls of toilet paper. And attention, anybody who lives out in the country, just remember, leaves of three, leave them be.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, you know, everything's been canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with March and April basically canceled, do you know what the next holiday is?
What?
Wait for it. Cinco de Mayo, sponsored by Corona.
Oh God.
Corona sponsors Cinco de Mayo every
Right.
year. Oh yeah, we discussed the laws, the hours in Walmart. Just remember, people, getting outdoors is not canceled. Music not canceled. Your family, reading, singing, laughing, ton of shit ain't canceled. You know, maybe. You know, and just because your kid's out of school, don't drag them to Chuck E. Cheese, please.
Oh,
I just kind of
Is Chuck
defeats
E.
the whole
Cheese
problem.
even open?
I don't know. I have to get a hold of my friend.
God! Like those ball pits and
They don't have ball
Ugh.
pits anymore anywhere.
Ugh.
And most of the play structure at Chucky's has been taken down.
Okay.
So, but yeah, okie doke. Now here's a nice note. Dear shoppers, due to the recent outbreak of stupidity and panic purchasing by complete idiots, the nation is currently experiencing a shortage of toilet paper and common sense. Expect supplies to be replenished once these sheep-minded morons have all starved to death in their homes surrounded by toilet paper without anything to eat.
Yep.
I mean, do you got anything to add to any of this?
You know what I do want to add? I wanted to talk about this at the beginning, that the food banks are really suffering because a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck or work like in an industry where they depend on tips.
I can't even imagine the people who aren't working like now. There is
Right.
not a single buffet open in Vegas. I have never heard of that.
Exactly.
And these people are not making any money.
No, they're not making money, and the food banks are really suffering. So you can make donations online.
Okay.
So anybody, I know the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank takes donations online. I'm sure other cities across the country take donations online, even if it's $1, even if you can only donate $1 to help out. The one I donated some money today online, and it said that $1 gives 5 meals.
Okay.
So even if you donate $1, that's 5 meals you're giving to somebody. So
Anything helps.
Anything helps. Anything helps.
I'm a big one. Do local. I also suggest, donating to your local animal shelters. Heard that they're starting to put those on lockdown also. And did you hear that the World Health Organization has determined that dogs cannot carry the coronavirus?
I heard they were going back and forth if they could or they couldn't. So they
They-
said no.
Yeah.
Okay.
We finally know the answer. Who let the dogs out?
Oh my God.
Come on, guys, you gotta have some humor in a bad time. I've witnessed a lot of crap. Even the drive over here, there's like nobody out. I guess church is canceled, everything's closed. I work for myself, and both families that I work for, there's people over 70 in the home, and both of them felt the need to discuss with me, if I feel sick, please don't come.
Yeah. You know what? I'm very curious what the airport's going to look like tonight because I have to pick up my daughter.
Oh yes.
I am really interested to see like how packed the parking lot is,
I'll
or
be
not.
I will be up, so text me or
If I
a
can remember, I
picture
will.
or
Okay.
yeah, like I really expect that of you.
You think I'm not going to remember 2 minutes from now?
We don't remember nothing once we shut this microphone off.
Hell no.
That's why I Laura, look at this picture. I'm going to post this when we're done. And you know,
Doesn't happen.
last night I'm writing the show going, "Oh, I was supposed to post this." So I just
Oops.
throw it out there a week late.
That's right. Better late than never.
My son and my birthdays are 9 days apart, and I posted that picture of me and him on our birthday week, you know, and his brother, and I think I posted it February 4th or something. Way late for both
Like
of us.
I said, better late than never, right?
Oh gosh. Let's see. A friend of mine who lives in Texas, and I'm pretty sure this would be anywhere at this point, okay? I tried to get a hold of my friend in law enforcement, but couldn't find out. She lives in Texas, and their governor is Governor Abbott. He has declared that Texas is in a state of emergency right now, and anything that you do, you get penalized one little bit higher. Assault, theft, all of these bad things that people do during an epidemic.
Oh, gotcha.
So if it's not a felony, it might be considered to
be a
be a felony during a state of emergency. Have you seen the cute little things that the police departments are sending out on Facebook? Due to the corona outbreak, we ask that all criminal activity be immediately halted. That's a joke, you know, but
That's funny.
but yeah, criminals
So
were
the criminals gonna be like, yeah, all right.
criminals are always going to be criminals, and I would like to say to those who now have 28 packs of pasta, have cleaned off store shelves, have enough toilet paper to last until next Christmas, okay? To the people who are looking for hand sanitizer and can't find it, and to those who are walking around with face masks, the people who are planning on fleeing to your vacation home in the mountains, okay, to get out of an infected area, I remind you, and I am telling you, get off your high horse and never again look down on people who are fleeing from war or famine.
I saw that.
Because it is 10 times worse than what is happening to us right now. You see these refugees leaving with nothing but the clothes on their back and their children, and they're just trying to get
stay
somewhere.
alive. They're trying to
stay alive. I am betting that everybody that hears my voice, Laura, would you like war in America right here in Carnegie?
I'd have to say no.
I am betting every person I know, people listening would say, I really wouldn't want that here. What makes you think people want that in the places that it's going on?
Right.
And most of those people are just like us. They want to live their lives, raise their children, and be happy. And I'm not going to go off on anything more on that. And I expected the apocalypse to be, anarchy and zombies, and we got, people working from home and no toilet paper. This is what we got. And by the way, when the zombies come, I prefer the slow Walking Dead type than the fast Z Nation kind.
Okay.
Yeah, slow zombies are much easier to handle than the fast ones. We damn well look at it.
We're out of time.
We're out of time again. Oh, and since everyone has started washing their hands like we're supposed to, this week coming up, we'll be working on shapes and colors, people. I'm telling you. Look, plumbers waiting for y'all to start flushing paper towels and baby wipes.
Yep.
They are going to be busy. Don't flush that shit.
Oh, wait, hang on. Sammy's calling. We got to wrap it up.
Oh, well, we're wrapping it up, guys. Say bye, Laura.
Bye.
Anyway, guys, it's been Deb and Laura. Sammy's calling from the airport, and we'll be back at you next week. Bye.